So y'all are in Dr. Hughes' class? Yeah. So we live stream our meetings. So just FYI, if you're not comfortable being on camera, yeah, that's totally okay. You just, try to come off screen. So yeah, usually she does. Yeah. It takes a while for everybody to trickle in, but we'll start in a bit. So we can write our names. I think I can see how. Nope. It didn't work. It picked up? Yeah. Well, it's like so, but you can't see anything really. Also, my handwriting is awful, so yeah, maybe I'll. Reverse Star Wars. It's backwards too. I just realized. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's it. Oh, we can just write DDA GBM in calligraphy. You want to do it?
Yeah. What color? Blue?
There's no eraser. Oh, there is an eraser. Yeah, blue for Duke. Hello, hello. I messed this up by rubbing my hand all over this. We figured out that we can write on the table and it picks up a cool perspective on the camera. So we're just going to do that for fun.
Very cool.
Okay, go ahead. You can also move my computer.
Are you going to link it to the movie screen at all?
Oh, yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I?
I just realized that I should add my students to the list so that if they wanted to do the Skype in call-in option in the future. I just realized that I didn't set them up. Hi Kendall, how you doing?
How do you do a cursive V? I forgot cursive.
Yeah, it's like a little curl and then
they're all little curls.
Just like it's like a V with a little curl.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I was like, it's just a general little curl.
Wow. Oh, for a lowercase b, it's a little different. Yeah. Yep. Are you guys not required to do cursive in schools anymore?
I was
too. I had to do it.
It's just really hard, and then people just dropped it after a while. I can't. It's really tough. Yeah, it's pretty good for everybody to read. Let's see.
Not in this one. Hey. Oh, you're not. You're out where we're supposed to be. You're good.
Totally fine.
We're trying to figure out how to write our names upside down.
That was pretty good. Look at this.
Cool.
That was great. I'm so proud of myself right now.
You have to do it in all caps.
Here. Everybody can try. I thought it said Mappy for a second.
Oh, I can't do it upside down. And
oh, that's yeah. That's clean, yeah. Not gonna lie though, L's are pretty easy to draw upside. Lowercase L's are so. Gabrielle, handwriting is pristine.
Thank you.
I have on the agenda that we end with the student activism project, so why not begin with them? Since
yeah,
all here.
That's a good idea.
There's 4 of you guys today. I can see.
I thought there were 5, but I can double check my sign-up sheet.
Okay. So next week the young trustees are coming.
Okay, that's good.
So
how many of them are there?
There are 4 candidates, as usual, I think.
Is it usually 4? Okay.
Yeah, they're like the finalists. So right. So I guess only 4. But
4 is not bad. We can hopefully handle 4 plus the 3
plus
people.
activism projects.
I have 3 activism projects.
Oh,
next
good.
week, so it
Okay.
should be more.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you which
Somebody
week.
needed to swap, so
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
Yes.
So cool. We can do introductions too. Why don't we do introductions then? And I will hook this up. So I'm Simon. Welcome to our general body meeting. I'm the president of DDA, and let's see. Week, I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for the ABP Good Egg, which I had this morning. It was pretty good.
I always get that one.
It's such a good value. They upped the price a little bit, though. You know. Go around.
So I just checked the sign-up sheet. I do have one more student who's supposed to be coming, so I'll just send him a quick email. Is there a link to the live stream?
We send it out to the whole listserv, so you can copy it from there.
Today? Okay.
Yeah, like this morning. Sorry.
I don't have it, but maybe mine. I don't think it's been distributed just yet. Okay. Because I can forward it to you.
We'll put up the chat for anybody who tunes in. So if someone comes.
Okay. Sounds good. Sorry, I didn't mean to like.
It's okay.
Conversation.
So I'm Gabrielle. I'm a first year student here and I'm secretary of DDA and I'm thankful for DDA.
Oh, it's meta.
We're thankful for you.
I'm Mary. I'm a junior and advocacy chair in DDA. And one thing I'm thankful for is friends.
I'm a first year. I'm just a member of DDA right now. And one thing I'm thankful for is the SLG access for us.
I'm Newland, part of the Writing on One class. I'm thankful for doing general.
I'm Momo. I'm here for my activism project as well. But really excited to be here. And I'm thankful for my family. They're coming to visit me.
Oh.
My name is Dia. I'm also here as part of the Writing 101 project class. And I'm thankful for my brother, who I spoke to for a long time yesterday.
Oh.
I'm
So
Lily. I'm also here for the activism project. I'm thankful for FaceTime because I FaceTimed with my mom for 2.5 hours yesterday.
Apple's doing good stuff. Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming. So let's just start off with you guys. We're excited like every year. I mean, I guess last year was the first time we had the big waves of people come in, but it's always fun hearing what you guys want to do. And then I think we give decent feedback, so we'll try our best. So yeah, someone want to start with their
Do we
project?
have notes document going?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Okay. So let me make sure. So yeah, as you guys know, they're doing activism projects and hopefully coordinating with us for Disability Pride Week. So everybody posted their ideas up this week, and I gave them some feedback on Thursday, which took me all day. But it was awesome because it was really great to see the variety of projects that students are thinking about doing. So I don't know if anyone has a preference for going first, or we can just go in a circle. But I guess we just want to hear about what your project is, and then hopefully we can give you feedback on like how to make it accessible, how to make it like fit the theme of Disability Pride Week, and all that stuff. So let's start.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so mine is about sexual assault. It's about, so my idea for it is to paint like 5 different canvases and to have each canvas have like a different article of clothing, like varying modesty, I guess you could say. And then on the bottom of each canvas, it's going to say not asking for it. So it's just, I guess mine is like tackling the idea of like clothing and like how people can use clothing as a way to make the survivor like into someone who's asking for it. And then I was gonna take pictures of it, take pictures of each canvas and upload it onto a website and then distribute the link somehow so that it can be accessible. And then I was gonna have written captions under each one to make it like just to describe what's going on in the image.
And I guess accessibility wise, you'll be there at the institution. Like for anybody with visual impairments, maybe would like a audio description, right? So, and maybe even, well, you think it'd be necessary to like record just like you were saying something, or like a voice
So-
recording?
Students in the past have done that, where they, so I created a folder for you guys on Sakai, called Resources for Accessibility and Activism. And in there's a bunch of different links for reading about the art of audio description, so you can review those kinds of things. And it's sort of like, what do you describe, what needs to be described, and how detailed do you have to be, and that kind of thing. So you can get tips for that from there, and then to actually record it, I guess you can use different software for that. A lot of the software for accessibility is actually available through the SDAO website, which put the folder as well. But yeah, you can either record it using your own voice, which you can then, think of it as a performance a little bit and put your emotions into it. Some students in the past have chosen to do a sort of auto-generated audio description where they like write the description and then they have like a robot voice kind of perform it. And that's to kind of, if you want to keep all emotion out of it. So there's like different options. And so yeah, we'll have, I know I'm just like signing myself up for loads of extra work, but I'm planning on making a website for the projects, and you can easily like upload media to the website and have like a link. So sometimes like at the exhibit, you might say, okay, if you want the audio described accessible version of this, here's like a bit.ly link to the website page, and you can like give people a really short URL to use their device, and then they can put it that way. So there's lots of different options for making it accessible. So I feel like with a topic like sexual assault, people might feel like, what does this have to do with disability? And so obviously our class is a mental health and neurodiversity topic. So I think the way that it connects is through the idea of trauma. Do people have other ideas for how this relates, or like other things that she can try and emphasize in her description of the
I think
project?
last semester there was somebody who had a project and she researched consent.
Okay.
And consent with people who are neurodiverse. So
Mm.
maybe we can somehow incorporate that.
That's really interesting. What do you think? I mean, I don't know. I'll let you guys dialogue.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like a little bit different from what I was going for, but like I think the main thing I wanted to like get across was like the trauma part of it. So yeah.
Well, I know that like when I was in class or before, I kind of agreed with touching on the fact that people with different disabilities are typically like more susceptible to sexual assault, sexual abuse. I'm not sure how it carries into mental illness and like neurodiversity, but like if there's statistics on that, maybe including that.
So for this like staying on theme, the way you describe the project is like, paintings and images of articles of clothing. Is there going to be like any kind of narrative component where you talk about the issue or like share some research on it? Like,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, like definitely, like I can because I did a project on it. I did it more like sexual assault on college campuses last semester, so I have like a bunch of links and stuff that I've done a lot of research on it. But yeah, I mean, because I was planning on making a website to upload the images, so I could put like
Like artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be super long.
Yeah.
But just a sort of like description of what
Yeah.
you were thinking and the different kinds of ideas that were behind the idea.
Yeah.
Behind the project. Okay. wanna go next?
So my project deals with specifically, I wanted to focus on women's health and women's mental health. So the neurodiverse type issues that I wanted to talk about specifically were one, postpartum depression, and then kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum for women who aren't able to conceive, infertility, depression or like mental illness that is caused or linked to dealing with infertility. So kind of just talking about those two different issues on, if you want to call it a spectrum, and how it's a very invisible issue. So you can look at a woman, you never know, and you can't tell on the surface that something like that is going on, and then kind of tying that into ideals and values in womanhood and this like concept of maternal instinct and like the mother should always be this happy, loving person in the family who like really has that role of propagating children and just raising the kids in a right and happy way, which isn't something that's always so easy. So the way I was planning on doing that, or I wanted to do that, was to take photographs, really demonstrate that all of these women look the same, but some of them have this underlying issue and some of them don't, and then kind of create a narrative that goes with that. And so I figured I'd bring it up here. I was gonna comment on that. But I had the idea yesterday when I was talking to my roommate, about there's like this Instagram page that I followed since I was like much younger called Humans of New York. And so like they have like the stories that go along with each image, and we were kind of discussing like what's the best way to share this, because like I don't know how to do it, because I wanted to do it through like a feminist magazine. It doesn't seem like they're interested in doing it. So I was then kind of faced the issue like how do I share it? And she said, why not kind of replicate a platform like that? Maybe not call it Humans of Duke, but something more specific to.
Don't call it Humans of Duke because I had that exact title for a project too.
Okay, so not Humans of Doom, but
Women of Duke, or maybe something like that. Yeah. Should be previous projects on a similar platform.
And then it would be, I think, a little bit easy. Then I guess the issue will be I wouldn't know how to attach like an audio description to that unless I make the photo as like a video of that thing.
So, if it was something like Humans in New York and they had, say, a subword for each photo, what would be important is that a screen reader could read those captions, those blurbs. So there are certain
image description is typed out, alt text, right?
alt text.
Yeah, isn't alt? Does anyone know how to describe alt text better than I might be able to? It's like if you hover over the image, it might like then appear.
Oh
So-
yes.
Yeah.
I am.
Well, if it were as the caption of the photo, would that be sufficient?
I think, well, if it's descriptive enough to tell you what is in the photos.
Okay. No, yeah. So that the caption of like their story plus what is actually right. Okay. Yeah.
And my point on the screen reader is that certain platforms, certain formats of text are accessible to screen readers. So screen readers basically they will do what, as you know, the title's pretty self-evident. It's like it'll read out what's on the screen through audio. So I think you probably have like a ton of guidelines on that, right?
Yeah.
Like making web format.
It's kind of similar to what I was saying to Lily. You would look at like what's the art of audio description, like when you're describing a person, like how detailed do you want to be about their appearance, etc. And it's like Cookies was saying in class, you don't like.
Oh, Cookies.
Yeah, Cookies was our guest speaker on Wednesday. It was awesome. Yeah, but so it's sort of like asking yourself questions of like, is race relevant here? Do I say the person's race? Because sometimes it is, and then people like probably include that, but other times it's not, and then it can feel inappropriate. So it's sort of like judging it on context. There's a whole art to it. So I posted up some guidelines around those questions that you can review. But I can also show you that like this is the Humans of Duke project from 3 years ago. If you want to like look at what their image descriptions look like, and then just kind of scroll through that as a sort of. And then there's the other project that I told you about in class, the Exiles project, which also helped me find. I don't think it was as disability accessible because it wasn't about disability, and I think a lot of times people don't think about accessibility unless it's about disability. but it's a similar kind of project calling attention to an invisible women's issue. So
Also, please, everybody, feel free to ask questions or share comments. We're not a panel or anything. Don't want it to be that.
So do people have ideas for how Dia can get her project out there? If the feminist magazines, is it the Muse and Coven?
Yeah.
If they don't pick it up, like, you guys have ideas on how she could get a bigger audience?
There's like other publications and other people that might pick it up, but also sometimes just like dropping like the link and the do check on Facebook would probably get some more people because that's how I find them. So,
Right.
so things like that.
Would it be fine if I did create an Instagram page and just share it with a bunch of people?
That actually is a thing that other students have done too. So I can show you that. That's a cool idea, I think, because then you can sort of space it out and like show a different picture every day for like 2 weeks
Right.
or whatever, however many pictures you have. So you can space it out and like then it just kind of keeps popping back up and then people are seeing it more. So yeah, you can try and accrue a lot of followers on Instagram. I'll try and find the
I can
example.
check too.
Yeah, I don't remember how I organized it, but
I feel like I also like walking around, even like Woo, for example, feel like I find all of these hidden art exhibits that like there's just art hanging on the walls that I didn't realize were there. Like way downstairs in the lounge, there's this whole art exhibit about like art with Alzheimer's. So you could look into maybe like hanging up your photos somewhere and just sort of having people able to read the captions or listen to the audio as they walk by. Especially in a place like here in the Bryant Center, it's super easy for people to just stop by.
So I don't know, it would depend on how many students I had that wanted to display visual stuff, but in years past, I've gotten my class, my students' projects exhibited on the campus club wall in Perkins. You know where that is? It's sort of like near the, there's like an exit and you go out to Bostock. It's like right near that wall, right before you exit.
Okay.
And yeah, it's sort of a lot of work. It ended up being a lot of work for me both times because I had to be the person to like frame all of the things and hang all of it. It was like a full day each time, and then I had to go back and pick them up. So it's kind of like annoying for me to have to do, but so I would just ask for volunteers to help me with that part, and then it wouldn't be so bad. But it always ended up in the past that it was fully just me by myself, like creating the exhibition. Yeah. So if you guys would like to help me, if there were multiple of you that had images that you wanted to do, you reach out to Meg Brown, and I could probably make that happen again. I don't know if she has other stuff in mind already lined up for the next several months, but usually it feels like she's looking for more stuff. So this is the Instagram. So, thank you guys for the feedback.
We want to
So
move on? Or?
gears, yeah. Someone else.
So my idea, we read this article recently that was talking about how there's like the idea with these school shootings that happen that it's like not the gun but the person who pulls the trigger, and often people say like, oh, it's access to mental health care that can make the difference. And in making that inference from that, it can be really powerful in saying like, yes, the United States does need more mental health care, but at the same time, by accident, it really implicates this idea that neurodiverse people are in a position of being somehow at fault or to blame, like they're more at risk of being involved in the situation. And it talks a lot about this idea that like if there's a lack of empathy, there's a lack of personhood in that connection. So I'm interested in writing an article that looks at maybe that difference between when there's sometimes that you need to intervene and look into who could be at risk for being involved in these violent acts and these psychotic breaks versus what it even means to be a psychopath and versus all of those different aspects of it, and making sure that people aren't to blame, that are actually more often victimized than they are at any chance perpetrator. But I guess I'm a little bit worried about like taking away people's voices. I think it would be sort of interesting to have someone who like from my perspective, is taking in the media that creates these implications, but also having someone who has been implicated. So I guess if an article doesn't work, it might be cool to see if I could create some sort of like panel event or maybe some sort of like podcast type discussion. So I sort of am figuring out the mediums.
It's a tough topic to tackle.
Yeah.
So there's so many parties involved, and
Right. There's a lot to tease apart.
yeah,
Even just summarizing it. There's a lot.
yeah.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of conversation around this, like on disabled people's blogs and just on Twitter, of course. Every single time something happens, there's always a lot of like discourse of like, oh, mental illness versus should we have more gun control? And then obviously people in the disability community get really angry about mental illness being invoked, especially when it was obviously like racism or like violence against women, or like this person has a history of domestic abuse of their partner, and like stuff like that, where it's like, why is this stuff being conflated with mental illness or being called mental illness, where this person like knew exactly what they were doing,
Right.
you know, and they wrote a manifesto about it beforehand, you know, and all of that stuff. So it's a really like hot button topic. There's a lot of different sort of policy things invoked, and to me, what's interesting is that the politicians who say this is a mental illness problem, not a gun control problem, then never go and propose policies to make mental health care more available. So it's like, it's obviously just empty rhetoric, you know, or just an attempt to change the conversation and get it away from gun control.
Right.
So there's a lot you can find about it. It's sort of, I think the biggest question for you to think about right now is what genre you want to go with. Do you want this to be an article? Do you want this to be a podcast? And so, I don't know, I guess the way that I think about it is you want to define your audience for yourself. About like what genre, what platform would appeal to my audience, would be the most likely to educate my audience and have the most impact. So.
Originally, I thought it would be cool to have it as an article, and that, like I said in my blog post, the way that we discuss the current events is through the newspapers. There's almost this sort of like meta layer of them breaking down what's happening in the newspaper itself. But that's a matter of being able to get something published.
Right. It can be hard. I feel like it's easier for students to get published when they sort of already have a connection to the publication. And if you don't, then you're sort of an outsider kind of trying to break in.
Yeah.
If you did go that route, I would think that the standard might be the best fit.
Okay.
This could be a pretty like a researched article, you know, but yet still be an article, not like super academic, something that's in the public concerns. It's more like public scholarship than anything else. So that might be a first goal, but then you'd sort of need plan B, plan C. Should it go on Medium? You know, Medium is a free blog platform that gets a lot of viewers. You use like subject headings and things like that to sort of tag it, and then if anyone's interested in gun violence, mental illness, or whatever other ways you choose to tag it, they'll find it, even though they don't know you.
You heard of it before?
They're not connected to you personally. So it's not like just having your own like blog site that nobody knows exists unless they know you.
Right.
Medium has a little bit bigger of a viewership than that, so that might be a fallback option if you go with an article.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a whole different set of logistics for if it's a podcast.
Right.
Would you want it to be like a dialogue with somebody? Like,
I think it would be really cool. I would have to do some research around it.
who you talk to on it, how you get that out. So yeah, I mean, a couple of students, in addition to the people who are here, have posted that they want to do podcasts. And so something that would be useful for me to learn from students is like, where do students at Duke access podcasts? Is there like podcasts through the radio station? Is there stuff that plays on the buses? You know, like what do students listen to?
It's mainly from like the App Store, right? There's like
The App Store?
The podcast app.
Spotify maybe has podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Faith, we were talking about podcasts last semester. That's the point. The ones that used to play on the bus, right?
Here, dude. Yeah, here. It's like
Mm.
I know they used to carry on the buses, but now that
Mm.
okay. I'm not sure like what names they have. Okay. Yeah, I remember here at Duke. I remember a student of mine did a podcast, not for my class, but just like after they had left my class, they were like, "Hey, listen to my podcast. It's on here at Duke, and it's gonna play on the bus." But I hadn't been hearing that podcast on the bus anytime that I've been on it. So I don't know what happened
I
there.
also never heard anything being played on the bus.
Anything? It's just quiet.
No, it's just that's all I hear.
Bus noise.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, that'd be interesting to look into. I mean,
Yeah, I think they just posted to their websites. It's just a matter of like getting published to their website.
right. Yeah. And organizing the recording of the podcast and stuff would be, just the logistical stuff like
Right.
that. People implicated in this issue. It's such a hard thing, like hard subset to find.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, here, I was thinking of like, if you like are looking for like opinions in ways that it actually affects people, like this is you can look at like using like different blogs and Twitter and stuff, but like specifically looking at maybe like police violence, because a lot of people unknowingly, or knowingly will like call police on people with illnesses because of this fear that's contributed by stories like that.
Mm.
And there's a lot of people who discuss their own experience of being victim of that like police violence. And like that could like kind of really get into their voice.
Yeah.
Okay. Move on. Any other comments?
So I was thinking of doing like a comic book with like an article or something in it, and just explaining like the details behind the panels of the comic. And I wanted it to be like, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this, but I wanted it to be like satirical, and so I put it in the Department of like an institution getting stuff published.
Seems like a recurring theme, honestly.
My idea was that like, because so much of our ideas of like mental health, a lot of people that we don't necessarily see and interact with a lot, our mental representations of that is like very dictated by media. And so I was thinking of analyzing like a series of movies, specific characters in movies that suffer from different illnesses, and then I was going to redraw them in the comic, point out like how ridiculous some of like the underlying paradigms behind that are. So like, just like one of the first movies that came to mind was like Endgame. I don't know if you guys have seen that. But like, so Thor was suffering from pretty bad PTSD and things like that, and I wanted to point out that. So in some movies, like I take movies that did right, and then point out some movies that definitely did not, and then kind of be able to draw like what happened, what could have happened, and like somehow.
It'd be funny, yeah. Like how movies could have been, or like how it should, or how movies in real life would have been. Oh man, we did this movie paper, back my freshman year. Man, ancient times, 2 years ago. Wow.
Right about.
I wrote about Forrest Gump because it was like the like big kind of character, very famous. And he has a mental illness, and so
Intellectual disability.
an intellectual disability. Yeah, so
It's
and
always unnamed though.
yeah, and it's unnamed, and he's just general. He's like represents all, and it's a super nuanced. Like there's so many nuanced parts of every character. So if you found an example and you're like, I don't really know, you can always tease out like these nuanced choices that movies make about these, like the tropes that they employ. I find that super interesting, and honestly, you can make it really comic, like really, just really satirical. There's this one YouTube channel that I used to watch as a kid. It was they do like the animated drawings and make parodies of movies. It was like how movies should have ended or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like that's what I'm thinking of. Like it's always funny making fun of.
I feel like there could also be humor in the way that the characters can interact with each other. I don't know if that's something you want to do, but like I was thinking of in some ways you could look at like Dory and Finding Nemo. Is that an intellectual disability? They don't really. No, I've had a lot of there's definitely Finding Nemo. Almost every character has some kind of disability.
Right, exactly. So
Yeah.
there could be something with like Dory swimming through the comics.
Oh, that'd be cute.
I
Oh,
feel like there are lots of
Dory so.
of them interacting with each other. That could be
Have you done comics before? Or is this like a new
Um,
to try for you?
I'm okay at art, drawing, so I gotta figure out what to digitize it because I didn't want to draw.
I think you could pretty easily just scan it and have a good high quality scan of it. There's a tool for document conversion on Duke's disability management website where you can get the text tagged. So if you did like you drew it and then you wrote the words, as long as your handwriting is fairly readable, I think that you could have it convert to a tagged PDF so that words at least would be readable by screen reader. Then you'd probably have to create alt text on top of the images. You know, which like again, I'm not too familiar. You can do alt text is easy. You just like Google how do I do alt text in like Adobe or whatever, and you'll get instructions. But yeah, I guess for students in the past who have done like graphic novels, sometimes they create sort of separate like transcript that includes all the dialogue as well as all the image descriptions. So an example of that is like the Monster Girl cartoon that we read in the All the Way of Our Dreams, and at the end there was just like 5 or 6 pages of just like the image descriptions of that cartoon. So you could create something like that to go with it as well. I love this idea. I think it's going to be really fun, and I hope the Department of accepts it. But if not, we'll have to think about other places that get attention to it. Yeah.
Cool. We got through everybody. Everybody's projects. Anybody want to say anything else about the projects?
Can we check the live stream? Did anyone?
This is the chat.
Student who's supposed to come and he's not online.
I don't think. Oh, there are 3 people in the live stream, but I don't know. Please feel free for anybody in the stream
Oh, they have to type in.
to chat through. Yeah, type in through the live stream chat. We can see it. We'll definitely pay attention.
We can't see who the people are that are in it.
You can ask them to all say hi. in the group.
Yeah, if you want, if you're tuning in, say hi in the group chat. Yay!
Yeah, I liked it better when we had Google Hangouts and when that.
And people talked in.
So
I'm trying to
YouTube
figure out.
changed their rules, right? So they don't.
They ended that whole
To
thing.
link up with Google Chats anymore or Google Hangouts.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
But oh, hey DMT.
Oh, there.
So I actually found out that Skype is doing this thing where you can send out a link and start like these meetings.
Oh,
And you can
But-
record.
That is a question, and also, not everybody has Skype on their computers. So
It's a free download.
it is, yeah.
There's also Zoom. Zoom is really good.
Zoom?
That's supposed to be the most like accessible. It's the most
Really?
friendly of the softwares.
I was looking into all these. I'm like,
I don't really know how it is more accessible, but people with disabilities tell me that that's the best option for video conferencing. So I don't know. It might be something for us to look into.
Well,
in the future,
yeah.
So,
I put that on the shelf after the first month of
yeah.
last semester.
You know, things get carried away.
Anyways,
What else is on the agenda after?
we have
just
several.
announcements and things?
Well, we were gonna logistics talks about Disability Pride Week, which is coming up, which you guys hopefully will be participating in.
Yeah.
Well, probably will be, considering that your project will probably be on display. for everybody to see the whole wide world. Yay. But if you have something to do, feel free to go. But also, really love it if you guys can say, listen in, if you're interested. So, I wish I had my own agenda opened. What's next on the agenda?
It just says announcements.
Oh, do we skip
And
to?
task force updates.
Why don't we go back to the beginning and say task force updates? Yeah, let's do task force updates. We never figured out the time for ASL lessons because they haven't set them for the semester yet, right? Okay, so but ASL Club is inviting Niall DeMarco. If you guys know him, cool dude. Apparently, I don't really know. I just know that he was on Dancing with the Stars. So, but he's a big.
And he won America's
America's
Next
Next
Top
Top
Model.
Model.
Oh, that's how he first got famous.
I
Okay,
watched that season.
Was that before or after he was in Switch with Birth?
he was a he was in Switch Up Birth.
Oh yeah, he was.
What?
He's super famous in like
Yeah, he's
a bunch
really
of different ways.
He's also a big deaf advocate. So they're inviting him to speak February 18th. Stay tuned for updates on like details on that. We're trying to figure it out. That is all for ASL, I think. They haven't really sent us anything. And Simran and I and the exec are going to work on accommodations for the event, aside from interpretation, which Niall is bringing as an interpreter. So
Where are we with the cart stuff? With the captions?
nowhere.
Okay. I would
We
ask
haven't-
this Teo and just ask,
Yeah, we should.
say that
we're
we have
trying-
people who are hard of hearing in the audience who can't read ASL,
Yeah.
who can't sign.
Yeah.
It's a necessary accessibility.
Yeah.
measure.
Yeah, I need to talk to Trent about getting a hearing.
So
So
they're reluctant to provide that stuff because it's expensive.
it is expensive. Ah.
But
So the next one was the cultural center. Nothing.
no responses.
No responses. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's not ridiculous because they're administrators, but it's expectedly ridiculous. Yeah, I want to meet with them as soon as possible to get this temporary space. So I like ranting about the cultural center. So we've been working for 2 years, maybe more, on establishing a physical space for people with disabilities to just kind of celebrate the disability identity and be a resource center and a community building center all at the same time. So we dubbed it the Disability Cultural Center. And we're hopefully going to we got confirmation from Mary Pat McMahon, who's the new VP of Student Affairs, that she's on board with this. I think a lot of people are on board with this at this point. We've done a lot of research and stuff. And hopefully by this semester, we'll get a temporary space open, and by next semester, a permanent space established. So something like La Casa or this CSGD. Oh man. But yeah, those kinds of spaces. And hopefully in a central location too, because it's more accessible that way. And very open. You can see it, visible. That's the word I'll say. Yeah. But yeah, no updates. We're trying our best to contact them. We might follow up again this week. I don't know if it's reasonable, but we'll see. Anyways, Culture Curriculum Task Force. Did you guys meet yet? I saw some happenings in the group chat.
No, not as a full task force. I think we scheduled a meeting for the afternoon of February 5th, which is
Wednesday.
So Wednesday afternoon, although that's when I'm teaching, so they're gonna have to have the meeting without me, which is fine. Basically, we need to, it's the same as I said last week, we need to create just a really presentable version of the survey data from last
For the
semester,
chancellor.
which I don't know if everyone here, I know some of you may have taken, did you take this survey? someone in our section, your
Is it about
section,
the, like,
came up
health
to me after class.
humanities stuff?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
health
that was
humanities-
me.
that was you. I thought so. Then the disability studies certificate that we're trying to
Oh,
certificate minor. We don't know what it's going to be yet, but that's what we're trying to figure out. And so we got really great data from that. It showed that at least 60 people would want to make it their main program of study. That's huge. And then 180 people want to take electives in it, take the gateway course, and just explore if it's the right option for them. So that data is really good. We just need to make it legible and sort of here's a graph of what everybody who took the survey is majoring in. Here's a graph of how many of them want to take the gateway course, blah blah. So we just need to make that thing. It's going to be maybe a 2-sided handout. It's a 1-pager.
very
It'll just
short.
be
Very brief.
here's some of the top findings from the survey, the most relevant data,
Oh,
most promising
okay.
data, and then also maybe a few PowerPoint slides to fit into a larger presentation about the Health Humanities Lab. So we're going to be presenting that to the chancellor, and we don't have a date yet for that meeting either. So, but they said mid-February probably. So
All I can think of is
a lot of important stuff coming up.
when you say the chancellor, I just think of Palpatine,
I know.
in a big
It's
chair,
such a-
you know.
Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Yeah, who says chancellor anymore? I'd be this is anyways. And then last task force. The maps. We have the survey all tweaked up and stuff. So the mapping task force, they are trying to create accessible tactile maps for several buildings on campus. Hopefully, eventually, all of campus. That'd be really cool. But honestly, it's big endeavor, and there's a lot of 3D printing, fluid dynamic. There's a lot of mechanical engineering involved. So it's our techie task force. They've made a prototype of an accessible tactile map for West Union, with all the accessibility features on the maps, and they 3D printed it in metal.
And it's not up anywhere? It should be in the building.
I really don't know where someone has the prototype, and Trent's we don't know where it is.
Oh.
So yeah, because he said they had the prototype, but it's not resurfaced or surfaced at all, actually.
Did someone who worked on it graduate and then they just still have it, or?
It might be in the collab, honestly.
Oh.
So I'll ask Trent and Jay about it. They've met a bit, but right now what's going on is they want to get a new location to start working on it. And they've sent out a survey. It's 3 questions, saying which buildings do you think could use an accessible map. The wording I don't know, but it's 3 short questions, your name or your year and stuff, and are you a grad student or not, and then choose a building that's you think could really benefit from a tactile map. So one of the good ideas was one of the east dorms on main quad, because they're all the same, and if you make one, you cover all of them. So stuff like that, if you have an idea, be oh, languages building, because it's a joke. You can't get inside if you in an accessible entrance. But anyways,
Here's the accessible map of
yeah,
an accessible building.
that would be so. That would be the biggest middle finger to administration. That'd be so funny. Oh man. But yeah, if you guys are you guys on our listserv?
I'll add you.
Can you add your class?
I need
And
to do that. I just need to copy paste everything.
but if you guys could take that survey, it's 1 question, actually. So just think of a building with any reason, and we'll tally up the votes. And we'll start.
I honestly would love to see the hospital. I know that's the most
That's the biggest one.
so
That's the hardest one.
hard to navigate. But that would be great. I mean, I'm just trying to think about where we're most likely where people with visual impairments are most likely to go on campus, and that's sort of just a reflection of the fact that there's not a lot of visually impaired students, but there's more than people think, but still not as many as go to the hospital, just because people from the community are there.
We love medicalizing.
So, yeah, I'll add you guys all to the listserv, and then you can take all the surveys that we've been.
Is part of choosing the building like weighing which ones have like accessibility features that are hard to find, or does it not really?
That could. I
I
mean,
was
it's
thinking,
really
like the BC is definitely like multiple layered and then has
Right,
those like
right.
prominent stairs, but you just walk in, the elevator's right there. So like I don't know if that means
When you say BC, are you talking about the Bryan Center?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, that would be cool too, because isn't that where we're trying to get the cultural center established?
Oh
Wouldn't it
yeah.
be cool if, like,
So, yeah,
as
you
we're
could
launching
really
the cultural center, we could
emphasize
be like,
where-
this
yeah.
building, we created
That's
this.
true.
We could just like tentatively put the
Tactile
cultural center
map.
somewhere. Be like, this is where we want the cultural center
Yeah.
on the tactile map.
That's true, yeah, because
We were really like, hey,
if the location changes, then we have to change.
like,
the
hey,
map
Mary Pat, we
next year.
just just like let you know that we put it right there, right in the middle.
Or even like wellness center too.
So we were thinking of having a temporary space in the wellness center. Yeah, but we're hoping to get in the Bryan Center
Yeah.
with our permanent space. But the wellness center is so nice. It's just a little out of the way
Yeah.
compared to BC.
Right.
Anyways, yes, we love it if you guys take surveys. I think this survey and the curriculum survey, they're like this one. Well, this one's one question and it's like a word, and the curriculum survey won't take more than 5 or 10 minutes, right? Probably even 5.
The curriculum survey,
Like-
it's a little longer than the than that other one. It's
Oh, for sure,
definitely more
but
involved.
it won't take like more
It
than 10
shouldn't take-
minutes,
It
right?
shouldn't take too long.
Yeah,
No, it's we tried to keep it doable.
I remember because you shortened it a lot after the
Yeah.
after the web guru came in.
Yes.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
So. All right, that's all our task force updates, and then since we have a little bit of time left, I want to talk about Pride Week. So first off, tabling. Accessibility Matters Day. I think we're going to do it on a Thursday because historically we always do it on a Thursday. And before that, maybe 2 or 3 days before that, I'm thinking 3 days for short times each
Yeah.
day, like just because I feel like you get more
Yeah, like think about where
diverse population of
so we-
passerbys.
So we basically table for like the Monday through Wednesday of Disability Pride Week and have like 2 people from DDA at a time talking to passersby about Accessibility Matters Day. It's like, hey, you want to sign up for Accessibility Matters Day? And then people are like, what is that? And then you explain to them that it's basically just a pledge to walk all accessible routes for that one day. Which just means that you can't like go up the steps into the social psych building. You have to go around the back and find that extra segregated entrance. And it's just to sort of give you that awareness that this campus is totally different for certain people to
Mhm.
navigate in different ways. So it's great. It's a great way to like start conversations about accessibility. Why it matters. So in some ways, the tabling is more powerful than the actual day. But also when people are doing Accessibility Matters Day, if they run into something like, like a crappy curb, like the Pieces Crappy Curb campaign or whatever, they run into some kind of barrier that's dangerous or inaccessible, you can take a picture of it and like hashtag accessibility matters. And so that's a way of like generating awareness and kind of creating a thumbprint for the day so that like, so that like you can see that
Yeah.
this matters and it kind of has a longer life that way online. So it's a really cool part of our Disability Pride Week.
So should we make it so that like every time they have to like break a disability like thing, so every time they have to go upstairs or they have to like jump a curve or something like that they like it's a part of the thing that they take a picture of.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
That's the idea.
Like, I
Oh
think
man,
break the rules.
nobody's gonna be able to go to class that day.
Because I couldn't get out of my dorm because like I know there's
Yeah.
other dorms that are
Yeah, like I literally
elevators.
cannot leave my
Why?
room.
Because we have to skip classes for the day because accessibility matters.
I
You
mean,
still have to go to class, but you would have to like
you caught
write
me.
inaccessibility.
Uh,
But that would be pretty cool if we had like a university-wide sort of strike and nobody's going to class because the campus is
That would be
inaccessible.
ideal. Sorry, Professor, consulting the administration for me. Thanks.
Yes. This what?
Rose is accessible, but it's all the way around. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah, you have to go from the law school side, so you're just like, like That's what we're trying to get at. You can get you see the idea. It's really about, and it's really fun, honestly. You have to go to the research drive, I think, or you go inside a building and take an elevator. But even then, it's kind of yeah. Yeah, have fun, everybody. No, but oh, um, tabling. Sorry, just really want to get that.
To get a sign up going.
So, do you think that what are the best times to table? You think noon to 4, maybe noon to 3?
If we're doing tabling here,
Yeah.
then
Oh yeah. That's what people are doing.
Yeah, get them. Everybody sitting outside the panda.
Do people table here in West Union or do they mainly?
No, it's in the
outside
BC
of Center?
quad,
That's what I thought.
or BC Plaza.
Do you have to get permission to do that?
Yes, but that's not too hard. We go to UCA for that.
Do that and get the sign up sheet going.
That's what I wanted to decide what the time. So I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 12 to 4. I created an Excel sheet. I will share that with everybody. I'll send it out to the general body too. And if you guys want to help talk about Accessibility Matters Day, or well, I guess you would like to learn more first. But if you have questions about it, definitely ask more. Sure.
Sign up sheet to class.
It's an Excel. It would be an Excel sheet, so you could share the link. Yeah.
I'll put it on my announcements.
Yeah. Yeah. Sakai announcements. I always check those. So tabling for that, and then social media campaigning for that is also important.
Yeah, like we can have this online too. Should we make it into should we actually do make it into a campaign where you encourage people to post to our Facebook page while
Yeah, I think I definitely think that's the
make
big
a
part.
little flyer or something also hand out to people so they remember that you can
Like put a
post.
QR code
Yeah.
or something that
Yeah.
links to the page.
Oh,
Maybe
flyers.
start,
I completely forgot about physical things. I was just like
We used
Facebook
to
and
have-
Instagram.
We used to have a big banner that said Disability Pride Week and it had the logo, and everybody had to sign it. It was like signing up for the pledge by signing this big wooden banner that we had. But the way that we did that was we used to coordinate with a fret. You remember?
Pie cap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pie cap, and then we had pie cap day where you
Yeah, pie cap. Yeah.
And that was all part of Accessibility Matters Day somehow.
Maybe we should reach out to pie cap again.
I don't know. For them, it was their service activity or whatever,
Oh.
helping us table. I don't know.
I mean, all the you know what they're
They used the
helping.
banner,
So.
so it was cool.
Yeah.
It was that mural. Yes, yeah, not really a banner. It's a mural. Yeah.
I find it so funny that pie cap is just like
They had
'Cause it's like, I
we
wouldn't
partnered
think
with
of-
them last year. We didn't do Disability
Right.
Pride Week last year. We
Yeah.
did the conference instead. But so maybe they're I don't know, but they did at least help because they created that mural for us.
we'll ask.
So
We can ask. Do you think we should ask?
We know, all
All
of
our-
our
Oh.
best
all of our
guy
friends
friends.
are in
Are in pie cap? Amazing.
Definitely
I
do
can
it.
give you the email. They're building stuff all the
Yeah,
time.
they've been-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if they're excited about it, then we are too, because they can make us a mural. Okay. I mean, we'll reach out. I think that's a good segue to other people we should reach out. I know, right? It's like when I came.
to reach out to all of our partner groups.
So, Gabrielle asked me the question earlier this week. Who should I reach out? Because we said last week we were going to reach out to some people offering to collaborate, and I blanked. I could not think of
So
our
go
partner groups.
to our website and they're listed.
Did you really?
Yeah, go to Disability at Duke.
I really don't take advantage of that website at all.
Yeah, all of our partner organizations.
Students.
You're there. Just scroll down. At the bottom. Yeah.
ACA, Chronic Health Conditions Storytelling Group, DFA, Active Acquiring, ASL, now the caucus, I guess,
Yeah.
and then
Change that.
DSG, Equity, Enable.
Student and enable now actually.
Oh, that's the engineering thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they print 3D prosthetics.
Yeah. Oh, so cool. HHL, of course, Huffenhorn, who are doing a great job. Logan's doing a good job of that. They just put on an accessible performance of The Wiz, sensory friendly.
Oh, they are. That was this week.
Or wait, was it The Wiz that they put on? Yeah, so they put a sensory friendly show on, I think. Or they made it, from what I've heard, is they made it sensory friendly. According to Dan, but I trust Dan. Law Students Group, Learning Different, NAMI, of course, Neurodiversity Connections Group, Remed. I didn't know Remed was a partner with us, or partner, quote unquote. Runway
They're
of
working with
Dreams.
us on the curriculum.
No way.
Yeah, that's Allie.
That's Allie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Allie did. Well, so I guess all of these people we can contact. Sorry, I didn't know that they were listed. I really don't take advantage of this website. Like all this work you've done, and I say this every time you mention the website. I'm just like,
Yeah, we have a website. Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't updated it in a little while, but it's pretty up to date.
Good to be.
Not
Yeah.
a whole lot has changed, except for the name of the student government caucus that Trey started.
Yeah. Which, by the way, if you guys are interested in getting involved,
We have a meeting in like an hour and a
wow.
half.
Yeah.
I think 241. It's 241.
This is 241.
Okay, yeah.
It's my favorite meeting room, honestly. It's so nice. You can draw on everything in here, but well, not everything.
Yeah, and then speaking of which, we'll have a few of them. I've gotten more recently, but they're still like we don't have representatives for them all. Like
all of the
all of the groups yet, but
Okay.
we have like 5 or so groups right now, and we have
Okay.
like Duke ASL
ASL. That's good.
and a few others coming in. So
Okay.
if you
That's
wanna
exciting.
Spread the message. I think Gabrielle.
Announce.
Yeah.
Yeah, we keep announcing it.
Yeah.
Other things about Pride Week. We looked at your document last week, okay? But I wish we had more time to look deeper into it. It's noon, so I don't want to keep everybody past. But thank you everybody for coming to our meeting. Thanks for sharing. It was so, it's always exciting hearing you guys. And we're all stoked to see. I haven't used stoked unironically in a long time. But we are stoked to see what's to come in this podcast. It's gonna be really fun. It's always so cool.
Yeah.
Remember when you remember Laura? She made that laser cut board.
Oh yeah. I still have
Yeah.
that in my
It's-
office.
Oh really?
I
It's
I was
so-
thinking we might put it up when we get the cultural center.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
we'll
Oh,
keep
yeah.
it. Just have it.
What is it?
She laser cut it. It was an image kind of inspired by the Amanda Baggs video that we watched the first day of
Okay,
class. And it was about like different perceptions. So she had like just different words kind of floating across the screen associated with autism, and then what's
Yeah.
like normal. It was just sort of
That's
calling
cool.
language to
Yeah.
it. Just you could see different lines of sight. Like I can't describe it. When she was describing it to me, I was like, I don't know what you're saying. But then when she made it, it was so cool.
Yeah.
And it like had gears at the back that you could turn, and then it would change the colors. And
Yeah, that was the
perspective.
coolest part.
That's really
It like was like a
Really
dynamic
hands-on.
wooden
Yeah.
like, oh man, it was so cool.
It looked amazing.
All right. I want to talk to some of Exec for a bit, but
Okay.
just about Pride Week.
Okay.
But feel free to leave if it's like.
And we should probably
like-
cut the stream.
Oh yeah.
Thank you everyone for
Thanks
joining
for
us.
joining, everybody.
Thank you guys for coming. It's really good.
Um.
We should throw away this